welcome to Uptown Studios Live. Here we are again, another Tuesday, and I'm here with Rachel Freund. Is that how you pronounce your name, Freund?
Freund, yeah.
Freund. Okay.
That's okay.
All right. And she is with MusicLandria, and I came across you. How did I find you? I'm not sure how I came across you, but I saw what you're doing, and what MusicLandria is doing is making available musical instruments to anybody that wants an instrument and more, right?
Yes, absolutely. Our mission is to provide opportunities for sorry. Stage fright.
Oh no. So you just provide instruments and all the equipment and everything for anybody that wants it. Now you said you started like in 2014?
2014, 2015, yeah.
Okay, so are you a musician? You must be.
Yes, I dabble in a lot of different instruments, but I've been playing clarinet for most of my life.
Clarinet. I have a clarinet story.
Oh, yes. Can you hear it?
It's horrible. Oh my God, it's a horrible story. So I had an office manager that loaned her clarinet from high school to my daughter because my daughter wanted to learn clarinet. So she loaned it to us, and she was going to music lessons. And in that process, we discovered that the office manager was embezzling money from us.
Oh no.
So what we have is a $35,000 clarinet, because that's how much I lost in the process, but we kept the clarinet.
Oh, how awful.
Isn't that awful? It's just an awful story, but we have the clarinet and now we laugh at it. I found it, and because we cleaned out our house, I found it and I gave it back to my daughter. I said, "This is a $35,000 clarinet."
Does she still play?
Yeah. So how did you start collecting instruments?
Right. Well, we started, my partner, Buddy Hale, and I just started with our own instruments, basically making those available, checking them out. And then our first donated instrument was an omnichord donated by Charlie Dale from Sac Public Library.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, so you're surviving on donations? What's the,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the website is musiclandria.org?
MusicLandria.com.
.com. Okay. There it is, an our ticker. You can go and learn more there, but I want to have more of the story. So how did you come up with this idea that you wanted to loan instruments? What got you going? What inspired you?
Yeah. So the idea came from my partner, Buddy, who lived in Berkeley before he moved to Sac.
Uh-huh.
And he used the Berkeley Tool Lending Library a lot, which is part of their public library system. Yeah. But since we're both musicians, he thought, well, why can't you do the same thing, but with musical instruments, which are often too expensive to be accessible to most people.
So over COVID, what was the most requested instrument?
Yes. Over COVID, we saw a huge demand for home recording equipment, so audio interfaces, microphones, stuff like that for people to create at home. So
so they can record their own stuff. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and that was really inspiring to see people make the move to that and record themselves for the first time. That's pretty empowering.
Oh, that is. So I had 3 friends that learned how to play the ukulele. I don't know why, but it seemed like ukulele was really popular, and I don't know why. Did you see any of that?
Yeah, I think, I don't know, that must be a YouTube thing or a TikTok.
It must be. So do you send people to places where they can learn how to play the instrument, or is this just the instrument?
A little bit of both. So in the past, pre-COVID, we did offer group workshops on things like beginning bass, beginning guitar. But a large portion of our membership are, professional musicians and music instructors.
Ah,
So we enjoy making connections in the community and connecting pupils and students with people who are offering music lessons and organizations who are offering lessons.
okay. So if you're into music, if you're a professional musician, you probably have a couple instruments laying around that just need somebody to pick it up and spur them forward.
Mhm.
This is a place where you can move your community and you can benefit your community. So
Mhm.
reach out to MusicLandria and figure out where to go from there. I want to talk about Sacramento dirt.
Yes,
What?
Sacramento
Tell me
dirt.
about Sacramento dirt.
What is Sacramento
What
dirt?
is I know I have a garden, but I don't think that's what you're going to tell me.
Indeed. I love gardens. That's another story, huh? So Sacramento Dirt is the quirky name of our online radio station, which features 100% local artists. And the idea there is to elevate the profile of Sacramento area musicians and hopefully generate some music sales directly to the artists.
Oh, that's awesome! And
That.
are they on your website?
Yes, so you
They
can go to
are.
our website and there's a tab, Sacramento Dirt, and you can listen. You can listen live. It streams 24/7, and occasionally we have live DJs on there.
Awesome. That
Volunteers.
is so cool. I'm going to totally have to check that out. Now, what about Women in Allies Music Night?
Uh,
Is that
yes, Women and Allies Music Night. That is, well, pre-COVID, it was a monthly event in person, and that is kind of like a monthly free-form jam session that I started years ago with women from my workplace. And the idea is to create a safe place for people to experiment with different instruments, try instruments for the first time without necessarily having any musical background.
that
Sort
would
of,
be me.
yeah, exactly. Great. Yes.
I can't even play the kazoo.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So what I was noticing is, especially among women my age and older, um, there's just the feeling like music is something that I like listening to, but it's not for me. I can't play. And then this was sort of an answer to that, saying like, yeah, everybody can play instruments and everybody can sing. And just kind of encouraging active participation in musical creation, which is at the core of what MusicLandria does.
So if I don't play an instrument and I can't sing, can I come and dance?
Yes, of course.
You know, I could be the dancer.
Wonderful. Yes, dancers welcome.
Dancers are welcome. So, how many? So you're not having the Women and Allies Music Night now because of COVID?
Well, this month is up in the air. I think we had one last month was our last
Oh,
one. And that was pretty cool. It was, a small turnout, but it's just important to make space, I think, for things like that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's kind of a big thing about what MusicLandria is about too, just creating a safe space, a community for musicians to come to. So that's been really rewarding to watch being built, basically.
And so, how do you support local artists? I mean, how everyday people creating
Mhm.
music.
Mhm.
Talk to me about why it's important.
Yeah, well, so I think it's important. Yeah, I feel that it's important to take more of an active role, a participatory role, um, as opposed to just being consumers of music.
Uh huh.
So, so I think getting people to play and to create themselves is an important step, because maybe until folks do that and they're able to see that yes, music creation is for everyone, then they just don't know. They're still like in a passive sort of consumer role.
Yeah, well, and
So,
with COVID and not being able to be together, I think in your normal setup where people can show up, it's social. It
yep,
becomes social. And
yeah,
so you're not I like to join things that I have passion for
hmm,
because then I'm meeting other passionate people about the
yep,
same thing. So you elevated your relationship right away.
hmm.
And so if you're passionate about music or making music or singing, and you have a community singing circle too?
Yes, yeah, we've been doing that once a month for the past, I don't know how many years, but that's my little creative outlet and favorite activity for sure.
And so anybody can show up. As well, of
Yes,
course, we got COVID, so we'll have to check the website to make
yeah.
sure that things are happening. But
Yeah.
so that happened because you like singing.
That happened. We learned the singing circle from our friend Hannah Mary, who is a Sacramento, a musician from Sacramento. I think they're in Oakland now.
Uh-huh.
But they led the first singing circle for MusicLandria here, and we were like, "This is an amazing idea." Yeah, the basic idea is anyone can sing, and it's fun to sing in a group. So this is just creating an opportunity for people to do that without, knowing how to read music or, having a gorgeous voice or whatever.
Singing for fun.
Singing for fun.
Sing like nobody's listening,
Exactly.
right? So
Yep.
you have live streaming events. Is that is that true?
We do. We have live stream concerts over COVID. So that was our kind of our first response when there was a total shutdown. We did some concerts for local music groups. I think those are still on our YouTube channel. If anybody wants to go check them out, we had
Oh,
some
good.
beautiful activities.
MusicLandria on YouTube.
Mm.
So, when you have live streaming, do you have solo artists that are performing? Because that would be something that you could do during COVID.
For sure, yeah. We partnered for a while with Sacramento Songwriters Circle, and they were doing a showcase of different solo artists from
Ah,
Andrea's studio.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
You have so much that's going on. And I understand you have some education programs.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to start this semester a certificate program for the different uh, um, I was about to say programs.
Ah,
We're about to start a certificate program for the different activities we do. So, recording, sound synthesis using synthesizers,
oh,
that kind of thing for like,
those are well, and
mhm.
people can get jobs doing that. So it's a
Yeah,
yeah, it's,
yes,
it's like having a sound tech,
yes, yep.
audio tech. Yeah. How about so I always am concerned about inclusivity and making sure that people that don't have access in a normal world have access to things that are beyond being affordable. This sounds like something that should really be out there in our lower socioeconomic neighborhoods and making sure that those anybody that can't afford something has access. Are you involved in inclusivity and um, outreach to different communities?
Yeah, that's definitely at the heart of our mission. And I would say that the bulk of our membership is low income, like aspiring musicians, youth, and other folks like that. So We're always looking to partner with other organizations because we feel that that's the best way to get the word out to the communities that need our
Uh,
services most.
yeah, we do a lot of outreach work at Uptown Studios in our marketing, and the most effective outreach is partnering with groups like La Familia, the Black Chamber. It's really finding the groups that you partner with, and then they push the word out. Um, who are some of your best partners?
Yeah, interesting you mentioned La Familia because we did an awesome instrument petting zoo a couple years back with.
Awesome.
Well, maybe it's like 3 years back now.
Okay. Okay.
But that was really fun and special. We did the block by block events for Crocker a few years back.
Uh-huh.
And we've done other petting zoos through Crocker. We've done some instrument petting zoos for artists of Sacramento most recently, and for B Street Theater. What is a petting zoo? Yes, instrument petting zoo is when we go to community events and we bring a selection of instruments for kids and people of all ages to just try out and experiment with. So
Ah,
synthesizers, guitars, auto harps, drums, things like that. Things that maybe they haven't ever gotten the opportunity to play before.
oh, really fun.
Let's see, other partners. We were partnering with BTU Arts, which just moved into a new space, and the Creation District, and they've also just moved. So, and I know
Well,
I'm.
lots of partners. So if you're out there and you're watching this, this is a
Thanks, guys.
yeah, maybe this is the place where you need to reach out to Rachel and talk about partnership. If you want to bring music into your community, this is perfect. This is like
Mhm.
you don't have to do all the work they already set up. Reach out to Rachel and they'll help organize a petting zoo or a live streaming event or something. I'm sure that you can work on something. So I have
Yeah.
in there, what's the weirdest instrument that you have?
Oh,
Or talk about all of the weird instruments.
they're all so unique and beautiful. Yeah, part of the joy of getting a lot of donations from the community is like people have a lot of surprising things. We relatively recently had a harpsichord donated.
Wow.
So, and amazingly, it's also been checked out. So somebody brought their truck and took it home with them to play for 2 weeks.
Okay. So how
Um,
long can you check out an instrument? What's the normal length of time?
Gosh, so up to 3 months is what I like to tell people.
Uh-huh.
But we like to work with folks. So, for instance, we partner with music teachers and other educators to give them extended or lifetime loans.
Ah,
So
uh-huh.
we're very easy to work with in that way. And we also recognize that a lot of the instruments have quite a learning curve. So we just want to make sure people are able to use and enjoy them.
Awesome. Awesome. So I know that you have a small board right now. And
True.
I really like
Board
to
members.
promote nonprofits that need board members. This is a perfect place for someone that's interested in music and um, people of all stripes to
Mhm.
get involved with music. If you're looking for something to get involved with, I think becoming a board member really raises everything about a person. Um, so reach out to
Mhm.
Rachel and she can give you some board applications or set up an interview. The more people that are involved in our local nonprofits, the better that they do because the more people are out there talking about the greatness that the nonprofit offers. And this sounds like a great place to spend some time and help you grow.
Yes, I can attest that it is the happiest place on earth, actually. It is a wonderful place to volunteer. I love it.
So talk about volunteering. What do you need volunteers to do?
Oh, just everything really. We always can use help with our lending library program. So you can be an assistant librarian. and come in during open hours and just help maintain instruments, check things in and out to the community, sign people up, teach folks how to use the instruments, that kind of thing.
And
mhm.
what else? Do you have them going out in the field, like going to the Crocker and doing things like that?
You know, there hasn't been a lot of that since COVID, I'll be honest, but
Uh-huh.
we have had the occasional community event and petting zoo since then. So, yep, absolutely. We could always use help with Sacramento Dirt, the radio station. We have the capability of doing, hosting live DJs. So if you've ever wanted to be a DJ, this could be your chance.
Ah,
We like to have a low or no barriers to entry to all of our activities. So everyone's welcome.
I love that. Uh,
Uh,
uh, it's like if you want to be a DJ, this is a perfect place to get your licks in.
sure, yeah. Why not try it? You
Try
might
it.
like
Try it. Try
it.
it. And what kind of music is played on Sacramento Dirt?
It's extremely eclectic.
So is it whatever the DJ wants to bring, or do
Yeah.
you have some structure to it?
It's whatever. So the only criterion for inclusion in the station is that it's local, and I think we use that like 50-mile radius. And we currently are getting permission from the artists to play their music. So it's basically submission based. So this is also a call to local musicians to go online to our website and submit your music to the radio stations.
Ah. So
We
if
can
you want to get played, in a good way,
Yes.
go to music, not in a bad way. We're going to play you, but it's going to be in a good way, especially if you're local. That sounds so good. And we've got a couple of pictures that we can show here. Why don't you talk about this one? This is such a cute picture.
Thanks. So these are folks, local musicians who came in and recorded in our recording studio, Warm Robot Studios, a few months back, I think now. And so, yeah, that's one of the programs we offer. In addition to our lending library, we have a state-of-the-art recording studio that we make accessible to the community.
So how do people reserve the studio?
You can email buddy@musiclandria.com or go to warmrobotstudios.com. Our recording studio has its own website, and then
it has its own website, but it's all under the same nonprofit. It's all under
Yes.
MusicLandria.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the full studio of MusicLandria.
Okay. Well, I think that those are awesome tips, especially the studio space. So maybe it's a local band that is just looking for some space and you don't charge at all. Do you take donations for the space?
Both. So over the past year, like during COVID, Buddy was offering free sessions on a monthly basis to folks in the community around a certain theme. So we had, for Women's History Month, we offered free recording sessions to women artists in the area, and so forth. For Poetry Month, I think we did spoken word artists.
Awesome.
But ordinarily, we are trying to make this a fee for service just to increase the sustainability of the organization.
Yeah.
However, scholarships are available, and we like to work with people to make sure that this service stays accessible.
So if it's a youth group that wants to record, maybe it's a chorus or a musical group, it could be any of those, right?
Yes, we recently had a youth choir from Salvation Army record at our studio, so that was super cute.
That's awesome. And then
a song about chocolate.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, everybody is welcome, and we'll work with you for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the part that I'm really impressed with, is that you have the everything and you're making it available to all the community, which is bonus points for you. Your karma is growing. So I also talked about, this is not, you don't get paid here, right?
It's a volunteer-run organization.
It's
Yeah.
a volunteer organization, so you have a day job.
This is true. Yes.
And tell me what your day job is.
I'm a GIS specialist for a local woman-owned environmental consulting firm, Area West Environmental.
Okay.
Shout out to
So you
Becky.
have to do your job, but she lets you go on interviews when you need to, right?
Yeah, I think I told her about this. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, that's good. You're working with a good boss. I would do the
Mhm.
same. Um, I think that the passion that you bring is obvious because you've put in hundreds and hundreds of hours, if not thousands of hours, since 2014 or 15.
Oh yeah.
Um, what can people do to help you right now?
Sure, absolutely. Well, just to be totally transparent, one of the where we're at now is we're looking for a forever home for the library. So right now we're over near Sac State, but we might have to move in the next couple months. So the big thing on our plate is to find a place where we can permanently stay.
So something like 3,000 square feet.
That would be fine. Yes.
Okay, so I'm putting a call out there. This is a treasure in Sacramento that people just don't know enough about.
Thank you.
And Rachel, you're on here because I want to help promote you and get the word out. If you have a building that you would love to donate and get this great write-off and earn some karma points yourself, contact Rachel. I'm sure that she will negotiate with you the best deal that she can get for our community because it's a community
Mhm.
growth opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yes.
Sure. And so, what about donations and sponsorships? Do you have both of those options available for people?
Yeah, absolutely. So, besides donating instruments, you can just make cash donations. We're always looking for more monthly donors to help make the organization more sustainable.
You know,
Um,
and this is coming at a time where there's no music in schools anymore.
yeah.
And if there is music in schools, it's because of groups like you and teachers that are interested in having music in schools.
Yeah.
So your donation to a group like this is going right into helping our youth find the creativity that may be in their soul and creating that next superstar. Um, so donate to MusicLandria. I love the name. Who came up with the name?
Thank you. That was also Buddy. He was like, "Oh, Library of Alexandria. Let's make the Library of MusicLandria."
Oh, that's
Mm, like-
perfect. That's just perfect. So we only have 2 minutes left. If you had your wish list, it's like you need more board members, you need a new space, you need
Yes.
more donations, uh, you need sponsors. So do you outreach to places like SMUD and um, different big places for bigger donations, bigger
Mhm.
sponsorships?
Mhm.
Is that part of
We
your
Yes.
outreach?
We have a great committee that Bex is on, actually. Yay, Bex! Shout out! Woo woo! Thank you.
Yeah, Bex
And
is our producer of the show.
yes, thank you. Thanks for doing this too. And they are always working hard, volunteers working hard at getting grants and looking for sponsorship opportunities like that. But yeah, please, if you have any ideas or connections, feel free to reach out because yeah, we could. Yeah, we depend on community support for our survival. Yeah.
Well, and do you have a grant writer that's out there seeking grants? Says I have some access to some stuff. I usually get information on California Humanities where they sponsor arts groups throughout California. Um, and I'm sure, well, you're connected with the Crocker.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
those are all good. So we have less than a minute left. Rachel, I
Yes.
I just want you to be a success. I want it to be easier. I want you to have space. I want you to have enough board members so that you have bigger outreach.
Yeah.
This is the magical thing in Sacramento that we
Yep.
have.
Yep.
Um, I'm just thrilled to have you.
Agreed. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me today. Uh, sorry about all of the stage fright, but
You
yeah,
did
it
great.
is. It's a great organization, and if you haven't heard of MusicLandria or visited before, I would encourage everybody to check it out because, yeah, everybody is welcome. And try a theremin, try a harpsichord.
Yeah, there you go, or a kazoo if you can't play anything
Yeah,
else.
canoe,
Or
sure.
come and dance with me,
Yeah,
we'll show up and we'll dance.
thank
So,
you.
Rachel, thank you so much for coming. I look forward to seeing you grow and flourish in Sacramento, and everyone, I will see you next week on Tuesday. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.